Sony and Canon boardrooms are in absolute chaos right now. The leaked blueprints for the upcoming Nikon Z8 Mark II have completely exposed what might be the most disruptive camera release of the decade. If you have been looking at the Sony A1 II or the Canon R5 Mark II, you need to stop what you are doing and look at what Nikon is about to drop, because following Nikon's historic acquisition of Red Digital Cinema, they are no longer just updating a camera body. They are completely rewriting the rules of the entire hybrid market. Welcome back to TechVibe. Today we are breaking down the newly authenticated supply chain data and engineering leaks surrounding the highly anticipated Nikon Z8 II. This isn't just an incremental refresh. We are talking about internal REDCODE RAW, advanced thermal architecture, and an artificial intelligence engine that completely changes how we track moving subjects. Nikon is aiming directly for the throat of its competitors, and the exact specifications leaked from the assembly line show that they are not holding anything back. Let's start with the heart of this machine, the sensor. For months, internet rumors claimed that Nikon would chase a 60-megapixel sensor to compete on pure resolution. But the internal engineering white papers tell a completely different story. Nikon is sticking to the optimal 45.7-megapixel sweet spot, but they have redesigned the architecture into a new ultra-fast-scan stacked CMOS sensor. By massively accelerating the readout speed, Nikon has completely eliminated rolling shutter artifacts, bringing it closer than ever to the performance of a global shutter. This design choice maintains an incredible balance between massive resolution, ultra-high dynamic range, and minimal noise, but it serves a much bigger purpose, handling the massive data throughput needed for the new video pipelines. And that brings us to the absolute biggest bombshell of this leak, the direct integration of Red Digital Cinema technology. Ever since Nikon bought Red, creators have wondered when we would see the cinematic crossover. The Z8 II is the official answer. According to the authenticated blueprints, the Z8 II will feature internal 12-bit REDCODE RAW recording. You read that correctly. You will no longer need external recorders or giant rig setups to get Hollywood-grade compression formats. Along with REDCODE RAW, Nikon is bringing Red's legendary IPP2 color science straight into the hybrid body. This means you can monitor and shoot with the exact cinematic color pipeline used on multi-million-dollar film sets, delivering exceptional skin tones and highlight roll-off right out of the camera. The video capabilities don't stop there. The camera is locked in to shoot up to 8.3K video at 60 frames per second internally. On the original Z8, shooting heavy formats meant constantly staring at the overheating warning or facing a hard 35-minute recording limit. Nikon has solved this bottleneck through a complete hardware overhaul. Instead of relying on noisy, battery-draining internal cooling fans, the Z8 II introduces a passive, graphene-infused copper heatsink combined with redesigned internal airflow channels. This thermal management system reduces the camera's surface temperature by 12 to 15 degrees Celsius under heavy sustained workloads. The result is completely unlimited 8K 60 frames per second internal recording with no forced cutoffs, making it an absolute dream for multi-hour commercial shoots, long interviews, and high-end wildlife filmmaking. To process this staggering amount of data, Nikon is debuting the dual-chip EXPEED processing engine. This next-generation processor introduces advanced artificial intelligence inference layers directly into the camera's ecosystem. The standout feature here is Predictive Intent Tracking. Standard autofocus systems look at where a subject is right now and try to keep up. The EXPEED engine actually analyzes the vector, velocity, and historical movement of the subject to predict exactly where it will move a fraction of a second before it actually happens. Whether you are tracking an erratic bird cutting through dense branches, a racing car disappearing momentarily behind a barrier, or a bride moving through unpredictable reception lighting, the autofocus sticks like glue. The subject detection library has also expanded significantly, now offering dedicated profiles for macro movements, insects, and highly specific athletic gear. For the solo filmmaker, Nikon has added another critical feature that eliminates extra gear from your kit bag: internal 32-bit float audio. Traditionally, capturing professional audio required routing a field recorder to avoid clipping when sound levels spiked unexpectedly. With 32-bit float audio recording directly into the video files, the camera captures an incredibly vast dynamic range of sound. If a subject whispers, you can boost the clean audio in post-production without introducing nasty floor noise. If a sudden explosion or loud scream occurs, the audio will not clip or distort. It provides an absolute safety net for your sound, allowing you to focus entirely on framing the perfect shot. Physically, the body retains the compact, modular footprint that made the original Z8 a massive hit among hybrid shooters who found the flagship Z9 too bulky. However, the ergonomics have been subtly refined based on professional feedback from the field. The card door mechanism has been completely redesigned, moving away from the awkward dual-force latching system to a more robust, weather-sealed single slider that is easy to operate even while wearing thick, heavy gloves. Nikon is also keeping the dual-card slot layout with full backward compatibility for CF Express Type B and SD cards, ensuring your existing media investment remains perfectly intact. Power management has also taken a massive leap forward. While the Z8 II continues to use the familiar form factor of the ENEL15 series batteries, new high-efficiency power-integrated circuits reduce standby battery drain by 40% and sensor idle consumption by 28%, pushing your shot count per charge much higher. Furthermore, the camera fully adopts the latest USB power delivery standard over USB-C, allowing you to run the camera indefinitely off a standard portable power bank while shooting complex time-lapse or running long studio streams. Now, let's talk about the numbers that are truly sending shockwaves through the industry: pricing and availability. Normally, when a manufacturer adds internal cinema-grade RAW codecs, custom color science, 32-bit float audio, and next-gen artificial intelligence processing, you expect the price to skyrocket toward the $5,000 or $6,000 mark. But the latest supply chain leaks indicate that Nikon is intending to completely undercut the competition. The target launch price for the Nikon Z8 II is looking to be an incredibly aggressive $4,299 US. If that price holds true at launch, it puts the camera directly in line with standard hybrid bodies while offering performance metrics that rival cinema cameras costing twice as much. Production lines are ramping up, and sources point toward an official global announcement in the coming months, with initial shipments expected to hit premium markets shortly after. Nikon is clearly not playing safe anymore. By blending elite-tier photography specifications with legitimate Hollywood cinema tools, the Z8 II is shaping up to be an absolute powerhouse that leaves very little room for competitors to breathe. It is a calculated, aggressive move designed to pull creators away from the ecosystem of Sony and Canon, and honestly, looking at these verified specs, it might just work. Thank you for tuning in to TechVibe. If you want to stay ahead of the technology curve with honest, uncut tech analysis and premium gear breakdowns, make sure to drop a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an exclusive leak update. Let us know down in the comments, are these insane internal REDCODE RAW capabilities enough to make you completely switch your entire gear ecosystem over to Nikon, or are you waiting to see how the competition responds? Stay tuned, stay creative, and we will see you in the very next video.